Whoa, dude, okay, we don't need to test the windows that much. Alright, I'm working on these front pieces and I just spent about a day and a half getting these ready and building the things that go on top of there. There's another one there. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to fiberglass the inside of this piece and all these little nubs, and then I'm going to fiberglass the bottom of these things that'll go there, and then I can fiberglass the outsides. And yeah, I got a lot of stuff ready so I can fiberglass a lot at once. You know, getting the most out of a roller. And testing my patience, man. It gets tiring doing fiberglass for more than like an hour or two straight. And I don't know how long this is going to take. Now, of course, I could have put this top piece on first, and I wouldn't need the nubs, but then I would have to crawl under there and do the seam to support the piece above. And man, I did that under seam in the back, and it was horrible climbing in there, so I'm doing this one this way. Ah, excellent. Those guys weren't totally cured, so I'm leaving them out in the sun to harden. And what to do now? Oh, sky, just don't rain for like 20 minutes. Well, my 4-year-old told me I needed to work on my little boat today, so I slapped some fiberglass into this here mold. I say slapped it in there, but it was like an hour or so, and I had fiberglass all over my hands. It was horrible, but I got it. And the only tricky part is, you know, up in the front here, getting this skinny part, because the roller doesn't fit in there. So I basically had to use a stick and kind of mash the resin into there, which I knew would be the case, but I wanted to have a pretty pointy front to cut through the water. So I think it'll be worth it. And this is half of a pontoon. Ooh, looks like it's going to come off the mold, no problem, that's good. Sweet. Not totally hard yet though, so I'm going to leave it overnight. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it's half of a pontoon, because it doesn't have the top. But it's half the length of a pontoon. Actually, it's a little bit more, because I wanted it to be able to turn it around and have it overlap into the mold a little bit when I do the other side. I'm also thinking I want to have a hatch on top of the pontoons, so I could climb in there if I want to and lay down, for whatever reason. Also so I could, you know, put stuff in there, like my groceries or whatever. You know, bazookas. Haha, I got the other half of my pontoon in there. Those things are exhausting. Mostly just because once I start, I have to go full speed till it's done, so one layer doesn't cure before I get the next layer on. Because I want them to all mold together, like melt together. Floor thingies! I think that looks pretty good. Me boards fit great, but I need some supports under them, you know, so they don't bend down here. And I don't want to put anything attached in here, so I'm just gonna nail and glue like strips on the bottom of here. I don't really have any such strips, but I do have some old wood that came off a dock nearby that floated by and I pulled out of the ocean. So I'm going to chainsaw those into strips. I think. I'm going to try that. Here's me strips. Well, not bad chainsawing. It warped a little bit, but that's okay. I just need the top or the bottom to be pretty flat. And now I'm planing them to make them smoother. And as Deshana pointed out, also prettier. look how pretty it comes out. Those are marvelous. Alright, if I do 6 boards per sheet of plywood, I'll need 15 for one side and then 15 for the other side. So I just need to go do that 30 times. This is the part of the project that a lot of people question me about. Like, dude, why are you doing all that hard work? Why don't you just get a power planer? Well, the main difference between a person who uses a hand planer and a power planer is a beer gut. And these, you know, I like these. This kind of stuff also gives a very peaceful perspective on the world. You know, it's like meditative. Like the last thing I'm thinking about right now is violence of any kind. Hey Rory, you going swimming? Yeah. Cool. Hey Squinky, are you going swimming too? Oh, there's one in. Yeah, looks pretty good. Ooh, nice and strong. I shouldn't jump around on it until the glue is dry. Alright, 6 guys ready for the next board. Oh wait, now I have to cut these first. 43 inches a piece. 43 and a quarter inches. Ooh, cool cutoffs. Those are totally blocks now. Excellent. I'm gonna be this. And this wood's so hard, I don't really need screws. I can just nail it in. I've tried to pull nails out of this wood before, and it just rips the head off the nail. The nail doesn't really come out. So at the moment, my plan is not to support these things under here, just to, you know, rest this on the edge, and that'll have to just stay attached. If at any point they start pulling off at all, then I'll have to go down here and put little knobs for them to rest on. Little knobs. What was that about hardwood? Yeah, don't always get the nails into it. Oh, floors! I've got floors! Alright, I can't put a full sheet back there because there's going to be a water tank. I'm not sure how big the water tank is. So maybe I'll just leave that floor for later. Maybe.